tell you a little bit about myself. I actually did go to college, and I got a degree in electrical engineering and theater, which pretty much qualifies me to be a robot in a musical. C-3PO sings The Sound of Music, yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you some tricks tonight and stuff. So I'm going to start off with, this is like one of my favorite tricks. I call it the mystery of the color-changing handkerchief. I call it that because it involves a handkerchief that changes color. Okay, now this is what it looks like. I take a red handkerchief, for example, and just call out any color to make it more difficult. I heard white over here. Okay, so I push this one in, and as I pull it out through my hand, it changes into a white handkerchief by magic. Isn't that amazing? Just like that, changes into a white handkerchief. Pretty good, huh? Take a trick? Okay, well, I'm going to do something now that most magicians would frown upon. Would you like to know how that worked? Okay, I'm going to explain that. But before I do, you're going to have to repeat the magician's oath after me. Raise your right hand and say, I do solemnly swear to never ever explain this trick on national television while wearing a mask. Perfect. Yeah, you got that. Okay, well, here's the secret. Hold your horses. I actually use 2 handkerchiefs. Would have never guessed that in a million years, would you? Okay, there's a little bit of preparation involved. I take one of the handkerchiefs, for example, a red one, and I stuff that down into my hand. I don't want you to think I'm using my sleeves or anything. Okay, so then when I got that ready, I come out on stage and I kind of hold my hand in a natural position like that, so that you can, well, don't open your hand if you do, because if you do, they'll see that other handkerchief. So when you're ready to go, you just like pull the white handkerchief through your hand like that, and then push it down into your hand. At this point, this is when you pull out the red handkerchief from your hand. Okay? So I don't know, I'm explaining it though. Okay, so you push the white one in, and sorry. If you do that, then it's very obvious that there are 2 handkerchiefs, correct? Yeah. So just get rid of that one, and you can start all over. Okay, so you take the white one, and you stuff it down into your hand, and you pull the red one out from the bottom like that, okay? And try and make it more even this time. So as the white one goes in, the red one comes out until you're all done. And again, at the end, don't open your left hand, because if you do, they'll see that other handkerchief. That's, my friends, is the mystery of the color-changing handkerchiefs. Any questions? You can do that one at home for your friends and stuff, so it's kind of a fun one. I was married for 7 years, didn't have any children, and then I went through a painful divorce. And it wasn't something I wanted to have, but that's what happened. And so a year and a half later, I met somebody who I fell in love with, and we were going to get married, but there were some issues. She didn't want to have children, and I always wanted to have children. But I thought, this is a really good woman, and let's go ahead with it. And so we planned the wedding until we went to Valley Fair one day, and on the way out, I asked her, I said, so, did you have fun today? And she said, Tim, I need to tell you, I'm not a kid. And I said, yeah, but you're a child at heart. She said, not really. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. This was before I even started speaking on this topic, but I knew that she wasn't the right person for me at that point. And so I called off the wedding, and we canceled all of our plans. And it took more faith for me to do that and go into the unknown, not knowing that I would ever meet somebody or if I ever would have children, than it did to actually stay in the relationship. And sometimes you need to make those difficult decisions, believing that something's going to happen better in the future. And I'm here to tell you that miracles do happen more often than we think. And now I have a wonderful family. I met my wife a year and a half after that, and we have 2 kids, and they're the inspiration for what I'm telling you today, as well as my grandparents. I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. This guy has done some reasonable magic tricks, and he's done some juggling. But he hasn't done anything to totally endanger his life.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what we did here. Would you like to see something totally dangerous? People are sick. But I'm going to do it anyway. Does anyone have a knife? Yeah. Security? Okay. How do you get in here? No, okay. Actually, I'm hoping no one has a knife. But if by chance, I was going to say, if you have a knife, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Okay. This is more. Yeah. Go shaving with that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to actually. This particular knife was actually used in the Revolutionary War. It's antique and it's like, well, it was kind of rusting out, so I replaced the blade and I replaced the handle because that was kind of rotting and stuff. But technically, it is the same knife because it occupies the same airspace. Right? Okay. So, and then I was able to find, just by chance, 2 other knives exactly like it. Wow. Like that. Okay. And what I'm going to attempt to do is not kill myself and not kill the people in the front row who got here early to get the good seats. Now, it's all a priority thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to attempt to juggle these 3 knives, and I just want to warn you that if for some reason these knives should come flying out into the audience, yeah, catch it by the handle. That's the key thing. Or duck, because there's probably 2 other knives coming right behind it. Okay. You know, I actually did this. I did this the other day, and I actually accidentally cut a kid's ear off. Yes. I said I was sorry, but I don't think he heard me. Okay, so here's the disclaimer. I'm excited. Do not attempt this at home, okay? Because we have a special term for people that attempt to do this at home. In the industry, we call them morons. Yes. So this is what it looked like the very first time I attempted to juggle these knives. It looked like this. No, it didn't. Actually, I was one of those morons. Okay, here's how it goes. I'm going to need some music for this. Not that music. Yeah, anyone speak French? Okay. Yeah. Let's have a riot. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Here we go. This is music that calms me down, allows me to juggle the knife. This is the basic 3-knife juggling pattern. But this pattern, there are thousands of variations possible. I don't know any of them. I wish I could stop. You're like, oh, you want to see the under the leg one now, huh? Wow! Thank you very much. Wow. Surprised myself. The interesting thing is that as I've been observing children for this and also performing for lots of family audiences and seeing how children are, I would often come to the conclusion, it's like, well, they're just laughing or they're doing that for no reason. Why are they doing it? Until it dawned on me that the reason why they were doing it was because they were alive and they were celebrating that fact. So don't underestimate the power of having a child in your life, no matter how that is. If you volunteer, mentor somebody, or if you have grandkids or children of your own, there are lots of ways to fulfill that. And Disney thinks that all adults should be accompanied by a child in their water park.